Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today's Wednesday, January the 31st, last day of the month. 10 games on today's schedule. As usual, we're going to check every single one of these games out, try to find an edge, and come up with some winners. An hour before tip-off, best bet of the day, as usual, down as a pinned comment and on my Twitter, at Pick'emNBABets. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys, and let's get cooking. All right, up first, we got the Chicago Bulls in Charlotte taking on the Hornets. The Bulls 2 wins in their last 5. Coming off a loss last night to the Toronto Raptors by 11 at home. The scheduling has been rough for Chicago, guys. They were on a West Coast trip, came back. From what I heard on the broadcast, they got back at something like at 5 in the morning. Had some issues over there with the flights, and they did look sluggish, guys. To make things worse, they got to jump on a plane again and play a second night of a back-to-back. Fortunately for them, against Charlotte. Charlotte, 4 straight losses. We talked about them, guys. Are pretty much tanking the rest of the season now. LaMelo Ball listed as doubtful. They traded away Terry Rozier. The GM said he's not done making moves. So Charlotte, guys, not very interested in winning any ball games. Now, this is a tough spot for Chicago. Like I said, the scheduling has been rough. I do expect them to come out sluggish once again. I'm actually going to take Charlotte here, guys, with the plus 2.5 in the first half. Just 1 star, though. Not much confidence in Charlotte to do anything. I think the game is going to play out like this. Charlotte comes out strong. Chicago will make a run at the end. Win. Will they cover the spread? I don't know, guys. The line did open up at 2.5. It got bumped up. Probably because LaMelo Ball not expected to play. I think that's the reason for this line jump. Chicago should win this game, but like I said, scheduling has been tough. I don't think it'll be easy tonight. Take Charlotte in the first half. I think Chicago wins the game at the end, though. All right, up next, we got the Pistons in Cleveland taking on the Cavs. Pistons playing some pretty good basketball. 2 wins in their last 3, coming off a very impressive 16-point win at home against the Thunder. They're also going to be getting Cade Cunningham back tonight, so they're pretty much going to be at full strength and with some momentum coming into this game. Cleveland, 4 wins in their last 5. On a constant uptrend, guys. These guys have been balling out. Held things down very well while Garland and Mobley were out. There's a good chance Darius Garland comes back in the lineup tonight. Evan Mobley, we know, did come back against the Clippers in that 10-point win against the Clippers. So Cleveland could be at full strength tonight. Now, 13 points, guys. It is a little high. I know Cleveland has been playing well, but so has Detroit. There's always a danger of a backdoor cover here. What I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to go play on the total, and I'm going to take a play on the over 232. I know they look like a lot of points, guys, but Detroit has been putting the ball in the basket. They scored 120 against OKC, 113 against Charlotte, 135 against the Bucks. They are putting points up on the board. Cleveland at home, we know they're going to score. They've been scoring big in almost every single one of their games. The line does look high, guys, but I think it will go over the number. I'm going to take here the 232 over. All right, up next, we got the Clippers in Washington, D.C. taking on the Wizards. The Clippers, 12-point favorites here, guys. 4 wins in their last 5 games. They're going to continue their road trip. The 4th game of a trip so far. They've gone 2-1, coming off a 10-point loss that we just talked about earlier against Cleveland. Overall, though, the Clippers are uptrending and playing pretty good basketball. On the injury report, Zubac still out, the starting center. The Wizards, 2 wins in their last 5 games. They're actually in a 2-game winning streak. Of course, those 2 wins did come against Detroit and San Antonio, but 2 wins, guys, nevertheless, for the Washington Wizards. We see here 12-point favorites on the road are the Clippers. I've talked about the Clippers, guys. Since they don't have a lot of size, they struggle against some of the bigger teams, and we saw that play out against Cleveland, where they couldn't match up with the size. They couldn't get too much in the interior. Washington, guys, doesn't have much size, doesn't have much of anything. So I expect the Clippers to go in there and blow the Washington Wizards away. I'm going to take him here with the minus 12. I know this looks like a big line. I'm going to put 3 stars behind this play. I might even look for an alternate line, guys, of maybe even a minus 20 and get some better odds. I think the Clippers are absolutely going to demolish the Washington Wizards in this game. All right, up next, we got the Sacramento Kings in Miami taking on the Heat. Sacramento Kings, 4 straight wins. The Miami Heat, 7 straight losses. 2 teams going in a completely different directions. Sacramento uptrending, Miami on a huge downtrend. Now, guys, usually in these spots, I don't like betting against streaks. So I know this does look like a game that Miami, I know the Chasers are going to be out, and it looks like a good spot for Miami to bounce back. Personally, I'm not buying it, guys. I'm just going to continue with the hot streak and bet against the losing streak. I'm going to take Sacramento here, guys, with the plus 1.5. 1-star play. I'm going to keep things simple, guys. Just go with the trends. Up next, we got the Pelicans in Houston taking on the Rockets. The Pelicans, 1 win in their last 5, 3-game losing streak, but not too much to be ashamed of, guys. Losses against the Thunder, the Bucks, and the Celtics on the road. Don't know how many teams in the league would come away with a winning record against those teams. Nevertheless, they are on a downtrend. No new injuries. They should be at full strength. The Houston Rockets, 2 wins in their last 5. Back home, where they are way more comfortable than they are on the road. They proved that with a 16-point win against the Lakers in their last game. Houston Rockets 17-8 at home. Tonight, they're catching 2 points, 2-point dogs. I kind of like Houston, guys. Whenever they are home dogs, it's always a pretty good opportunity to make some money, and I'm going to take them here with the +2. Just 1 star, though. The Pelicans could break out at any moment. We know they're very talented, but Houston, guys, at home, a different animal. Let's take them here plus the points. All right, our next game, we got the Dallas Mavs in Minnesota taking on the Timberwolves. Guys, I'm not going to get too much into this game. We see the line, it's at 13.5 points. Dallas Mavs, guys, got a ton of injuries. Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic. Let me see who else isn't playing here. Dante Exum listed as doubtful. Lively Jr. out. Derek Jones Jr. Means pretty much the whole starting lineup is going to be out. The reason for this huge line. The Minnesota Timberwolves coming off a big win in OKC. They should win and cover the spread, guys. This should be a no contest. It is on paper, that is. But, guys, Minnesota, they do tend to play down the competition. Don't forget, recently they did lose straight up to the Charlotte Hornets at home. I'm actually going to take Dallas here plus the points. Will I put any money on it? Maybe some change. I'm just going to put 1 star by, guys, but we've seen Minnesota play down the competition plenty of times. I would not be surprised if Dallas covered the spread in this game. All right, up next, we got the Nuggets in OKC taking on the Thunder. The Nuggets, 4 wins in their last 5 games, coming off a 6-point win at home against the Milwaukee Bucks. Team uptrending. The defending champs, 33-15 on the year, just a half game behind the Minnesota Timberwolves in the tops of the Western Conference. They actually jumped over the Thunder, guys, after the Thunder's most recent loss to the Timberwolves by 6. Thunder, 2 straight losses, like I just talked about, lost to Minnesota. The game before that, lost to the Pistons, a bad one on the road by 16. Still 3 wins in their last 5, but on a 2-game losing streak. Over here, guys, we see on the injury report for both teams some significant stuff. For the Denver Nuggets, Jokic listed as questionable, the best player in the world in my opinion. Questionable with a back strain. The Thunder, they got Shea, Gilgeous-Alexander, Dort, Chet Holmgren, all 3 listed as questionable, guys. It's hard to come up with a prediction in this game. We do have to wait for the injuries to see who's going to be playing or not. Now, guys, recent form in history, we see both teams pretty much on an uptrend. Denver, guys, has had the OKC Thunder's number, though, on the road. I think they've won something like 4 straight in Oklahoma City. So Denver does tend to play well on the road. OKC is leading 2-1 in the season series. They've won both games in Denver. Lost that one, actually got blown out at home in the first matchup between the Nuggets. So what I'm going to do here, guys, I think the season series is going to get tied up at 2. I'm going to take Denver here. The lean is on Denver right now. I'm going to take him here with the +1. Just 1 star, though. We do got to wait and see who's going to be playing in this game. Up next, we got the Orlando Magic and San Antonio taking on the Spurs. The Orlando Magic just 2 wins in their last 5 on a downtrend, but they have looked a little bit better, guys, in their last few games. They beat the Phoenix Suns at home by 15. Very impressive win. Followed that up with a 2-point loss in Dallas, a game that they could have won. Details, the Mavs were better, guys, at the end. Ended up beating them by 2, but Orlando is starting to look like a possible uptrend could be in the works. San Antonio, 2 wins in their last 5. Actually, 2 wins in their last 3. They beat the Blazers and got a very impressive win against the Timberwolves at home by 1, but got back to their usual selves. 5-point loss to the Washington Wizards. San Antonio Spurs, who overall on the season, they are just 10-37. Now, guys, I think Orlando will win this game. I don't think it's going to be easy, though. Actually, I do expect San Antonio to get off to a quick start. We've seen this pattern in a lot of their games, especially at home. They get off to quick starts, they build a big lead, get ran at the end. I think something similar could play out over here. I'm actually going to take San Antonio here with the +2.5 in the first half. And I'm going to put just 1 star, though, behind this play. I do think Orlando wins this game. For those of you that bet on the live, I think if you wait, probably get a lot better number during the live. Up next, we got my Phoenix Suns in Brooklyn taking on the Nets. My Phoenix Suns, guys, 3 wins in their last 5. Actually snapped a 2-game losing streak. Very impressive win in Miami by 13. Phoenix jumped right back on the saddle, guys, after a 2-game skid. Looking pretty good. Grayson Allen, guys, listed as questionable for tonight. If he misses, not good for Phoenix. He's been balling out, playing pretty good basketball. Brooklyn Nets, 2-game winning streak. Followed up their 2-point win against Houston with a shellacking of the Utah Jazz, 147-114. Ben Simmons came back in that game. Looked pretty sharp, guys. He almost had a triple-double. He is going to help Brooklyn going forward. Now, guys, I am a little reluctant to take Phoenix here with the -3, especially if Grayson Allen doesn't play. I'm going to stay off, I think, on the side. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take a player prop bet here on Kevin Durant. I'm going to take him here over the number, over the 24.5 points. A lot of talk on social media. He's actually been posting how he doesn't want a video trip. He doesn't want anything. He sounds kind of pissed. I think he's going to go in there and try his best to put the beat down on the Nets. I'm going to take Kevin Durant, guys, here over the 24.5 points. And our last game, we got the Milwaukee Bucks in Portland taking on the Blazers. The Bucks, 3 wins their last 5 games, coming off a 6-point loss in Denver. Looked pretty good in spurts, but at the end, guys, Denver had just too much. One of the stronger home teams in the league. Did the damage to Milwaukee. Milwaukee left there with a 6-point loss. Doc Rivers made his debut on the bench. Got to see how this whole project plays out. I think it's going to go well for Milwaukee, but it might take a little bit of time. Tonight, no new injuries. Everyone should be available. The Blazers, 2 wins their last 5. They're coming off a 26-point beatdown of the Philadelphia 76ers in their last game. It looked pretty sharp. Now, guys, in this ball game, we see they're catching 9.5 points. Actually, while I'm recording this video, I see the line change that went up to 10.5. I just can't lay 10.5, guys, with Milwaukee on the road. Even we saw recently when they were favorites like this against the Pistons, they couldn't cover either of the two spreads. Can they go in there and blow out Portland? Yeah, absolutely. Of course, I would not be shocked if it happened. But I just, like I said, I can't lay the 10.5. So I'm going to take Portland here with the plus 10.5 and just 1 star, though, behind this play. Probably my least favorite game of the night. Don't think I'll be putting any action on this game. And this is what I got for you guys today on this Wednesday, January the 31st. 10 games on today's schedule. We broke them down. We did our analysis. We got our picks, and we are ready to go. As usual, best bet of the day, an hour before tip-off. Down is a pinned comment also on my Twitter at Pick'emNBABets. So if you're interested, guys, just check back again a little bit later. I'm going to wrap up the video right here, guys. I'm going to wish you all good luck on your plays, and I will see you all again tomorrow. Have a good one later.